Hi everyone, this is Jerika with inked.agenda. I am back with another video for you today. This video is going to show me setting up my July calendar in my new Hobonichi Hon. If you'd like to see how I set up this month in my planner, stick around. Today I'm going to use a sticker kit from a shop, I guess called Sticky Essentials. This is basically leftovers of a kit that my sister gave me, but I really liked all the wood grain tones and the lights and these florals. I think it is just really gorgeous for summer, and I wanted something really pretty and summery for July, so I'm going to use these leftover bits of this sticker kit. And then I thought I might also bring in this Happy Planner Flowers sticker book. This is an older one. I've had it for a few years, but I was looking at some of these flowers and I thought these pale flowers went really well with the florals in this kit. If you see, we've got those like pale pink tones, peachy tones. So I think I may use a few of these kind of lighter tone florals as well. I have never planned in a Hobonichi before. I'm going to try something new for July, and really July through December, so I can see if I like it or not, because I've noticed Hobonichis are very popular among the fountain pen groups, people who primarily use fountain pens in their planners. So I wanted to give that a try. Alright, the first thing I want to do is probably label these days of the week with the days from the sticker kit. These are really, really cute, but I'm afraid they might be a bit too big. So I'm just gonna kind of hold that up. Oh yeah, that's way too big. So I'm gonna use my little ruler here to measure how big that box needs to be. Let's do centimeters. I'm in the US, so I'm usually doing inches, but okay, so they are 3.3 centimeters across and about 7 millimeters tall. So I'm going to measure these where the cut lines are. If I want it to be 7 millimeters tall, where would I need to trim that at? I want to make sure I have all of the Monday in there. So let's see. And I could go a little bit over that. I don't mind going into this white space a little bit. Yeah, so I think I just need to cut right along the tops and bottoms of the letters themselves. So I'm going to get my pencil board to cut this. I don't want to accidentally cut over through the sticker sheet. Let's see. I'm just going to draw a little pencil line where I want to cut. Let's see. I'm just going to use a little mechanical pencil that I have in my supply bag. I keep all my planner supplies in like a little, I don't know, I guess it's a makeup pouch technically. I don't really wear makeup, so I use it to hold my basic, craft supplies, planning supplies. Oh, I can't really see that line though, that's a problem. Let's see if I can make it a little bit darker. Yeah, I can see it now. a planner with this layout. I mean, I've never used, sorry, lost my train of thought. I've never used a planner like this. My planning experience has mostly been with happy planners. Sorry, I had to pause for a minute. My son is supposed to be going to bed, but he's not. My kid's bedtime is 8:30 during the summer. Sorry if you can hear his TV in the background. They just got a TV in their room, so they are obsessed with it right now. And don't worry, I don't let them just sit up and watch TV all night. I'll go in there before I go to bed and make sure it's turned off. But they're both afraid of the dark for some reason. So I let them watch TV until they fall asleep. That way they have a little bit of background light. And even the background noise tends to help as well. It helps with me. I keep a fan going all the time, even through the winter, just for the white noise. Okay, I'm just trimming these up. And I know I'm going to have to cut them again because they're too long for the box as well, but I can do that one by one, or I can do that in some way that's not going to take quite as long. And like I said, if this relabeling the days of the week doesn't work out in my favor, it's not that big of a deal. I can just leave the labels that are up there and still use the rest of the kit. Yeah, it won't hurt my feelings any. Okay, and I've got Wednesday here. Come on. I'm just going to rip him out. Okay, so I've got all my days of the week cut out. So I'm just going to peel this off here and see how long it is in comparison to the box. Oh yeah, so we just need to trim it a little bit. So I don't mind if it doesn't perfectly fit with the box, but I don't want to look crazy. Yeah, I just stuck that sticker on the back of my hand. If you do that, the sticker picks up a little bit of your hand oils and it removes some of the sticky. So that way it's just a little bit easier to pick the sticker back up if you have to. Alright, I'm going to lay that down. It's just the slightest bit crooked, but I don't really mind. And I'm going to just very gently cut that sticker. And I'm trying not to cut the page beneath. Okay. Well, that didn't really work out like I wanted it to, but it is scored. So I can just use scissors to trim that up right along that score mark that I made with my craft knife. And then I can take this and use it to measure how long I need the other days of the week. I'm just going to take my tweezers and I'm going to lay those down, covering up those other days of the week. And I don't really care if the tops are straight, as long as the bottom lines up with the line that's already pre-printed there. If I have to, I can always go in and cover the other parts with washi tape if it's uneven. Whoops. That one is not perfect, but that's okay. Again, we're not going for perfection here. I'm going for pretty and functional. I find that when my planner is pretty, I use it more. Which is why I started out in the planner world with a happy planner. They always had the prettiest designs. So I was in a happy planner starting in around 2014 up until, I believe, maybe April of this year, of 2026. Yeah, I think it was April of 2026. I started bullet journaling shortly after I got my first fountain pen because I realized fountain pens and happy planner paper were not very compatible with one another. They were kind of awful. My fountain pen, it was a TWSBI Eco in a fine nib, and the first ink I got was Lamy Petrol. If you know anything about Lamy Petrol, that ink is a very, very wet ink. So even in a fine nib, every time I wrote something in my happy planner pages, it was just bleeding right through. So I decided I would go back to bullet journaling. I had always enjoyed creating my own spreads on dot grid paper, and I would do that in my happy planner every now and then to mix up the layout. Because I've never found a layout that 100% works perfectly for me. So I would make little quote-unquote bullet journal pages in my happy planner, and I would decorate those and use those, and I always enjoyed it. So I have a Voice Term 120 GSM A5 notebook that I've been using up until this month, and I'm not giving up the bullet journaling. It's so much fun. I love decorating the spreads. I'm just going to repurpose it into, instead of just an everyday life planner, I'm going to use it more as a mental health journal. Because one thing I've been trying to work on, the last year is my health. And part of health is physical health, but also mental health. So right now, I am looking through my little washi container. I don't have a ton of it, but I want to find something that fits that color scheme just to go across the top of those to kind of straighten it out, make it not so obvious that it looks terrible. Right across the top there. I think I want to do maybe a skinny washi. Yeah. Let's see. I think I like this one. I'm going to pull it out and see what the pattern is. I don't quite remember. But this pink goes pretty good with this pink right here, I think. It's not a perfect match. I'm going to turn so I can see a little bit better. And let's see. Just going to put it right here. There we go. Just going to bring it right across the top in a straight line, so it's not so obvious that my pages are slightly uneven. And then I have a Coffee Monster Co. brass ruler that I usually just rip washi with, but it's in the other room and I don't really want to get up and go get it. I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. Just going to put it on the top of one here. I'm just going to try to keep it as straight as I can. I'm not lining it up with the days of the week stickers because those are crooked at the top. I'm trying to keep it kind of lined up with the very top of the actual page. That way it doesn't wind up looking too crazy. I don't mind it looking a little bit crazy, but I don't want it, obviously terrible. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. That looks nice. Alright, now I'm going to take the numbers and I'm going to put them on the days. I'm going to fast forward you through this part just so you don't have to stick around and watch me stick down numbers. Alright, so I have all my numbers down. Let's see. I think I want to go ahead and put down some boxes on days that I know I have stuff going on. So on the other side of my table, I have my Apple calendar pulled up. I know a lot of people don't understand why I use both my Apple calendar and a paper planner, but for me, it just works better for me, honestly. Okay, on the 15th, I have, whoop, that's a bit too big. On the 15th, I have a dentist appointment. And my sticker is a little bit bigger than I would like it to be. So what I'm going to do is a trick that I learned off of YouTube a few years ago, watching Happy Planner YouTubers. And I cannot remember which one, first did this trick. I may have been playing with Elise, possibly. I've always loved her videos. I don't mind it cutting off the top just a little bit. But all I did was cut out a section of the sticker. And I'm just going to layer it back together so that unless you're looking really closely, you can't even tell that that's a different sticker. And when I write on it, it's not going to be glaringly obvious. So I have a dentist appointment that day. Then, let's see, let's do this. It works better, this trick does, if you cut the end of the box. I haven't done it in so long that I kind of forgot about that part, but it's alright. Just gonna cut a little section out of there. Do the same thing I did for the other box. My boys have their 6-month dental cleaning on this day. Doesn't seem like a big deal I would need this giant box for, but we live in the middle of nowhere, Missouri, and the closest pediatric dentist is over an hour away in any direction. So it's kind of an undertaking taking them to the dentist. Okay, I've got some icons here. I know I need a payday icon. I'll just use this little $sign icon here. My payday is usually 20th. I'm not sure if that will be the same this month, but I'm going to go ahead and mark it that way. And then, let's see, do I have any of this stuff going on? I'm not going to use the trash icon because there's not enough for the whole month. Oh, I do need a birthday cake icon. My grandma's birthday is the 28th of this month as well. So I'm just going to put that near the top here. And I'll write in this empty space that it's her birthday as well. Let's see. doctor's appointments. Ooh, I like this other payday icon a bit better. So I'm going to see if I can peel this one up. That's another reason I hadn't used a Hobonichi up until now. I tend to be indecisive, and I put my stickers down, and then I decide, oh, I want to change that. I want to change it to this smaller little dollar sign icon here. Let's put it at the top, so it'll be a little bit more consistent with the other one. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to use any more of those. I do quite like these little, I don't know what these are, these little like string light things. That's cute and fun. I kind of want to go down the sidebar with those. I think that would be cute. I'm not sure if you can see me in the frame, but I can't see. I'm going to try and line it up as close to the center of that column as I can. And just slide it on down there. And these are super cute. I want to use them all. Let's go with, I think I might put a floral down there at the bottom. One of the large florals. Because I don't have anything going on the 27th. And I want to cover up that little bit of blank space down here at the bottom. Oh yeah, that's cute. So I'm just going to line this up with the bottom of the page. And then I'm going to trim the excess. This is the July calendar that I'm not using. I'm actually going to use that, I think, for maybe content planning. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really figured out how I want to lay out this whole Hobonichi. But I'm working on it. I wonder. I kind of want to cover up that gray July box. Oh yeah, I like that way better. I'll just write July in myself. Yeah, that's cute. Ooh, that's super cute. Kind of want to put this here. Or the little, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Let's see. It's not that serious. I don't know why I get so like stressy over a planner. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but I think I'm gonna put this guy back. And we can use him another time. And I think I want more of the lights over here. Yeah, I'm going to cover up these 2 days here. When I cut this, I know it will not be perfect, but I don't want to stick it to the rest of that page and end up ripping it or anything. I've always been worried with the Hobonichis with their really thin paper that it would be more delicate and I would end up ripping the page. My phone is very close to dying, so I need to hurry up and get this finished up. Let's see, I want another floral here to kind of balance that out. Let's do this one. I think that would look nice. And I want to cover up kind of where I cut it a little wonky. But I want to get as much of the floral in there as possible. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Let's do this right here. Super pretty. And I'll trim that down as well. I'm just trimming along the edge of the page. Whoop, I'm cutting a little bit of the page itself. Whoops. No big deal. To anyone but me. And I usually take the rest of my sticker and stick it back down in the sticker book when it's a big portion of a sticker like that. That way, you know, if I want to, I can take that and reuse it later. There we go. Ooh, that's cute. That's really cute. I'm going to take some of these smaller florals and just use them as decorating pieces throughout to balance out some of these florals on the bottom, and just tie that in with the rest. Let's see. I do want to take one box and spread it across the second and the third, because we will be on a little family trip on these 2 days. Oh, and I'm going to take some of this greenery and put it around that little box, just to add a little bit more interest and decoration. Ew, little bug. Don't know where you came from. And I'm going to put this little flower as well. Use up as much of this kit as I can today. That's super cute. I like that. And then I have 2 smaller flowers that I can put elsewhere. I think I want to do one right here. Yeah, that's cute. And then one more. Where should we put this one? If I can get it off of the sheet. There we go. Wouldn't come off the sticker sheet. Let's do yeah, right here I think looks good. And I think I'm done. The only things I have left to do are to write in my appointments and our trips. I have to label July. And I think I'm just going to use a gel pen to do those things. So right here, I'm just going to write really small in the middle, July. This is a Pentel Energel 0.7 gel pen. When I have to use a regular pen, this is my favorite. And right here, I'm gonna put St. Louis trip. This will be posted after we've already returned, so I'm not really worried about people knowing that I wasn't home on those 2 days. And let's see, I have my dentist appointment. And it's for fillings at 10 a.m. And then down here. Boys dental cleanings, and that is at 10:30 a.m. That's for payday. This is my grandma's birthday. Yeah, and that is my July spread. I think I'm done. So thanks for coming with me to plan my July monthly spread. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any tips, tricks, planner feedback, suggestions, leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.